Shalom. Allah start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Philip that's pushing his truth across the four corners of True Sarah Charity. I write this the brother One Abad from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama GMS. We'll get to the sitting that's going to just about, how really a rulership mentality, having a rulership mentality of, you know, want to be a ruler over other nations and not just settling, to be second, to be at the bottom, you know, um, that's why I say the elect of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Natives, the Israelites, have a mindset of, want to be rulers, and not, to be just settle and be at the bottom, or be second, second to these other nations, because there were 2/3 of the nation Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino natives. Mindset is just settle, be okay with just working a 9 to 5, or you know just being under your oppressor that you still gotta pay taxes to, even though you might have your own business, whatever. You still under the rule of these devils, the so-called white man Esau Edom, But the elite of the so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites have a rulership mentality, or want to take this so-called white man Esau Edomites, want to see the so-called white man Esau Edomites out of the power seat, and have these devils, on the so-called white people Esau Edom in chains, and had them chained up, and have them to be slaves and build up the kingdom of the Israel or the Israelites, But I'm gonna get into it. Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So yeah, you know. So, and that's what the elect, desire. The nation of Israel, the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino natives, we desire, the heathen for the inheritance, to have these other nations, so-called white man Esau, Edom, the so-called Chinese Moab, the so-called Arabs, Ishmael, you know, we desire to have all these other nations in subjection unto us. So, they go work for us, and we don't have to work. We ain't gotta lift a finger, they gonna do all the lifting and all that, That's what the elect desire, We don't desire to be joined hand in hands with other nations, and and let's all get along, be alone. No, we want to see these other nations go down, and especially the so-called white man Esau Edomite, the red man. See the wicked get put down, man, get put out of the power seat. And that's when the Lord Yahushai, when he returns, when he returns to take the so-called white man out of his power, man. When he come back and wreak havoc on America, and then ultimately, like I said, the thermonuclear missiles are gonna be the icing on the cake to wipe this place America, off the face of the earth. America be no more. But on this verse, see, Psalms 2:9, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Yeah. So this, that's what the elite desire. We desire, want to rule these nations with a rod of iron, man, and break them in pieces, man. Hit them across the head, beat them. That's what they did, to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites. When they had us in slavery, they whipped us with the whip, but when the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites get in power, the elect, first and foremost, I'm with the elect of Israel, the 144,000, the elect. The elect men, the Lord Yahushua, and King David, and the governing body, we gonna beat down these other nations, with the rod of iron, with a rod of iron, So that's gonna be worse than a whip. Gonna be cracking heads, man, cracking bones. You know. So so from there, I'm gonna go to Revelations 2:25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. So so the elect, we just gotta hold fast. Me myself, hopefully I'm part of that righteous number. You know, the elect men just gotta hold on to what they have. You know, which is the knowledge of the Lord. Keep teaching and uh, doing the work of the Lord. Praying, fasting. Being brotherly. Doing the best of your ability. Steps to hold on to this, to stay in this walking and hold on to this faith to hold on to the faith and knowledge of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and not let it go for nothing, no matter what. Not let it go for no woman, nothing, man. It's, keep on believing, Lord Yahweh Shai, that He will provide anything that you need. But just don't give up on this truth. And don't give up on the Lord when things seem just out that's down for you. Just keep in mind the Lord Yahweh Shai, He's gonna make a way. Keep praying fast, praying fast, praying fast. Beg the Lord for mercy. Mercy and deliverance. And that you keep on doing His will up to the point. That this place going down, and this word. This word. The word has been pushed forth, and nothing, and there's nothing else you could do when all hell breaking loose, and when it's when the internet and things start to go, down, when the society start going down, then you did all you could stand. Then just have faith in the Lord, and just, uh, keep on believing in the Lord, Yahweh Shai, up to the point of, you like say, you getting delivered out of this hellhole America, But go to Revelations 2:26, and he that overcometh and keeping my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So yeah, so we gotta overcome these adversities, these trial tribulations, So we the elect, me myself, hopefully like I sound part of the righteous number. But the man of the Lord is in His truth that we gotta overcome the obstacles and the verses that we gotta go through, so we can have power over the other nations. Be a king, a ruler over these guys, over these heathens, man. You know, you know, you got these you know, you got these nobodies really, man. You got these nobodies really over us, man. Over the Israelites, man, the people of the Most High. We at the bottom, but man, we really probably ruling over these other nations, man. Really having them in the right order, right suggestion, in the right way, in righteousness. Cause the so-called man Esau, Edom, the wicked one, the red man, got these people in wickedness, man. Just got them doing the hell they want to do, man. Having no discipline, no order, nothing, man. Just out here running rampant. But see next verse, Revelations 2:27. He shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, even as I receive of my Father. So yeah, like so we're gonna rule the nation with a rod of iron, break them, man. Like I say, be breaking their bones, cracking their heads, we're gonna receive the things that the Lord Yahweh Shai, have and be joint heirs, like so hopefully I'm part of, that number, and the brethren that I'm laboring with and so forth. We hope, from the apostle elders and brethren, and, the apostle elders and the brethren, a great millstone that, teaches the word of the Lord through the spirit power Yahweh Shai, through the spirit power Yahweh Shai, that we hope to be, joint heirs and, have what the Lord has, That's what the elect desire. We don't desire to be rich or have rich or famous or have a lot of things in this earth. In this world, I say in this world. We desire, to see this world or the so-called man Esau Edomite rulership to be brought down, man. And and the elect, be bought up and be glorified, and all things being righteousness, and not going off no more, not feeling bad when you go off, or you just want to be in righteousness, and because this place is full of wickedness, man. It's just a lot of crazy shit out here, man. that gotta be, you know, put put in the right order, you know, because right now it's out of order. But so from there I'll go to Psalms 149:6. Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, which, like I say, it's this knowledge, of the Lord, that the men of the Lord from the Apostle as brother that we have, we teaching the word through the Spirit power Yahweh, on highways and byways, on the internet, this is that two-edged sword, that through the Spirit it'll cut you, cut your spirit, and that's what it's doing to these devils, man. So called man, Esau, Edom, man, cutting their spirit up, man. This truth, is hurting and getting at these so-called man, Esau, Edom, knowing that their time is short, and knowing that they the wicked, and they future is slavery, and not to really have an everlasting kingdom. This kingdom of the so-called white man is not forever. The only kingdom that's forever is for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites, man. So in this verse, Psalms 149:7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. So yeah, that's what it's gonna be, man. Gonna execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment on the people, man. Judgments. It's gonna come down on these heathens, on other nations, for what they done to the so-called Negro, Latino natives, that's why we telling these other nations and to the so-called man Esau Edomites that they going to hardcore slavery, man. That's gonna be their future judgments, Even before that, we're gonna have over here in America, people getting put to death, horrific deaths, horrific judgments are coming to the, these heathens, and especially to 2/3 of the nation of Israel, Israelites right now, Cause 2/3, they join onto these other nations, to the so-called man Esau Edomites philosophy. So they looked at as, as a heathen, because they haven't repent or come back or come to the ways of the knowledge of the Lord. They despise the knowledge and wisdom, knowledge and understanding of the Lord. That the men, apostles, elders, and the great, for the apostles, elders, and the men of great millstone, telling you, about the knowledge of the Lord, but you reject it and despise it. So you're gonna die by pain, man. You're gonna experience a lot of horrific pain, horrific judgments, by death by pain, and that's what's coming, upon a lot of Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino natives, 2/3 from the nation of Israel. But on this verse, Psalms 149:8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So yeah, gonna bind these Edomites, the elite, Esau, Edom, gonna bind their kings with chains, man. Put their kings, in chains, and iron, like they did the so-called Negro Latino natives, had us in chains and had a nicks in iron, So that's gonna be that's what's gonna happen to you, you heathens, you other nations. That'll be in chains and have your neck and bound in iron, man. So so it finished off Psalms 149:9, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints praise ye the Lord. So yeah, we're going. That's what's gonna be the judgment, for all for the nation, for you heathens, for your future judgment. It's gonna be hardcore slavery. You going into, being under, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites. The rulers really put be the real rulers of the earth right now. But like I say, you got Esau, Edom, and rulership right now. The so-called white man, red man. But all that's gonna change in the future to come, man. That's what's gonna be that's what's gonna be for you other nations, heathens, like I say Chinese, Chinese, Moabites, Ishmaelites, Moab, Ishmaelites, Arabs, so-called white man, red man Esau, that's gonna get double the cup of slavery, hardcore slavery, So I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to go into that, about how the elect have a rulership mentality, and desire to see, and desire to have these other nations and slavery and had heathens as an inheritance. So I didn't want to make this too long. So again, like all praise on glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the sucking brothers, to the few Akwaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith, and Yahweh Shai keep fighting with that. Say shalom.